All right. Welcome to the show, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this. Albin's here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I see four other people here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you very much for everyone for coming to the show. Yeah, this has been pretty crazy today. Um, Obviously, the market is dumping just as we predicted, basically, and I've been pretty busy, so just wanted to kind of showcase to you guys what I've been busy with. Of course, you guys will see this later, but market today, you know, it's doing its thing. Look, it's the first time you're going to see something similar like this. Entire market bleeding out. Now, this is something that we've been expecting. So a lot of the guys that are here, you shouldn't panic. Right, guys. Also, I'm just double checking the chats. Give me a second. Sorry, I've been watching all sorts of crazy stuff. Let me just quickly refresh the chat, get the actual video. And here we go. Alright. It won't even load. Okay, so I see Albin, I see El Bubble, I see everybody, I see so many other people going to come because the market is bloody. Of course, this is something that we expected, but what does this all mean? Is it really ultra super bearish right now? Are we going to crash all the way down to the floor? Is this the call for 30k? We don't know, but we're going to find out. Hello, bro. Says SM. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you too. So let's go into the charts and have a look. But just before we do this, let's go through some of the fear and greed and see what's happening with the fear. Waiting for the dip. Awesome. That's what I like. That's the attitude. So of course, what happened, you can see the indicators started to push up, right? So they started to become all kind of little bullish, right? Also, let me just double check something because I've just realized you guys can't see my cursor. Right, so it's at 29. Instead of being opposite, it's actually starting to push up. Now that's something pretty weird, right? Where you can see last month, this is on a monthly, what you're seeing is we were like last month at 84. And now we went down as low as 16 the other day, or 18 it was. And then look how every day we've been getting up, right? Getting back up. There's actually no fear in the market. You can see this in this 7-day spike. For example, if you look at this 7-day, it's been gradually growing. If you look at this 1 month, yes, we've been down a little bit from where we were, but look at this. Beautiful. If you look at this 3 month, yes, we're down a little bit, but we're still spiking back up. You know, if you look at this full year, yes, we're down from where we were. I mean, if you look here, this is like the November, right? This is in November. Yes, we were up. You know, this is where the spikes happen. You can see all of this, and we've been trending down. But we hit that base. The other day when we went to 16, we actually hit that base. I see Ash here. Awesome. Nice to see you here too, my brother. I'm always live. I literally do a live every single day. Today I actually messaged everyone I might not be doing a live because I've been very busy with some other crazy stuff regarding our new protocol that we're launching, basically. So I've been kind of busy with that, but yeah, no, I'm here every day, bro. I'm here every day. I'm too addicted not to be here. So this is what we're seeing anyway for the entire global market. But when we start flipping into some of the other stuff, yes, we can see some coins are pumping, you know, these TUSD. This is I believe this is Terra USD. Let's see what this does. I think everyone is used to these temporary dumps. Only takes a few weeks to get back to normal. Possibly. I see NSCR. Salam, my brother. Nice to see you. I realized you did join our Telegram and everything. But guys, don't rush into it. Don't worry too much about it. I'm actually working on V2 of the website. Skin and bones, my brother. Awesome, my brother. Awesome, G. Awesome. So I'm actually working on version 2 of the website. So this is, let me just show you this, right? So this is actually V1. So this is V1 of the website, right? It's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay. This is V1. V2. This is what V2 does. Ooh. This is V2. So V2 is coming very soon. It's going to have a timer for the launch dates and everything as well. So when V2 is finished, you will have the menu buttons and everything. All of these things will be fully active. Currently, there's no links on them, but they will be fully active. Loads of little effects and everything. You know, do you know what I mean? So it's fully active. It's an interactive thing, you can call it, right? This whole website is alive. I'm telling you, it is alive. But of course, this is just a placeholder. But once the links and everything else go in for the decentralized exchange, for the blockchains, for the wallets, you name it, it's gonna work brilliant. I mean, every part of this website is literally alive. We love that. That's what we like anyway. So that's what's happening with this one. So this is V2. I'm actually working on it right now. It's not finished, but when it is, you'll see exactly what it does. But yeah, this is kind of boring. I don't like it. Didn't like it. I don't like how this icon is here. I don't like how yeah, apart from these few effects, it's kind of boring. Funky and edgy. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you here too. So yeah, boring. I don't like this. So V2's coming soon, guys. V2's coming soon. Anyway, let's stop killing the project. I don't give a damn. Right now, it's not important about the project. So what happened today? We've got 2,265 BTC entering the exchange for a nice little push down. Okay, which is fine. It's okay as long as these data are not bigger than our previous. So for example, if we did have a nice little spike back up, it's okay, provided our total spike down is still higher. And what do we see this? Look, our total spike is higher. So when we're looking at this data, we are still pushing down, right? So this is okay for us. Price is messing around here, but BTC is still leaving. So it's all positive. It's not a bad thing, right? Of course, you see some, coming in when you start looking at these data. Oh, look, BTC is coming back to the exchanges. It could be just for some, remember, we've got millions of people, hundreds of millions actually, in crypto. People who are panicking, they're starting to sell right now. Right, they're starting to sell. But if you remember the other day, I mentioned this as well, and I also mentioned it on Discord as well. I said if it goes below 1 penny below 54k, I'm dumping all my alts. That's exactly what I did. Why? Because when the market dumps, and I'll show you this really good example here, when the big boys start dumping, the little boys, they dump faster, bigger. Do you know what I mean? The little boys, they dump a lot harder. Like 5-6%, but look at the rest of them. They're starting to bleed out faster. Some of these big boys, I mean, look at this Solana, 5% as well, actually, finally. Luna, look, Luna was pumping last few days, it's down 10%. So they actually do pump down a little bit more harder. And yeah, it's pretty mental. But listen, relax. We were prepared for this. This is the best thing, right? Where we were actually totally prepared for this. We knew this was coming. So it doesn't even bother us. It doesn't even phase us, right? Because we were ready. We have the orders set up. We have the orders set up to buy those dips, right? You know what I mean? So end of the day, we're doing awesome. No complaints here for us. You can see bulls getting wiped out. Exactly why I said don't be leverage trading. Everything looks positive. Yesterday I had someone on the stream and he was like, oh, it looks positive, the trend looks positive. I was like, nah bro, it doesn't. And he was looking at a 15-minute, bless him. But that's what's happened. So here you can see 96,000 traders have been wiped out. And again, the biggest culprits, right, if you look carefully, Ethereum and BTC right now, the biggest culprits where they've been getting wiped out over the 24 hours. It's just ridiculous data, you know what I mean? Ridiculous data. But it's the reality. It's what happens when you stop thinking and start just falling in for the hype or the buzz, or just assuming this market's going to go extremely bullish and do its thing. And talking about bullish, wow, this is bullish. This is sitting at 13.78. Guys, give me a second. Let me just up this. Whoa, 13.78? Weren't we at 15.7 something yesterday? So this is now starting to go towards the positive side. I guess some people, we call them smart money, are getting ready for something bigger, right? But anyway, let's go into the charts, have a look at these charts, right? See what's going on. Let me see which one this is. Oh, this is a chart I've been playing around with. Actually, why not use this? Actually, I'll use this chart. I will use this chart. I'm going to switch off VPVR just for now. And I'm going to leave the rest just for now. So we're on a daily, I believe. Yes, we're on a daily. So I've been tracking something on a daily. And this is something I've been working on. So I'll just show you what it does. Let me get rid of all of this, right? Yeah, so this chart here, this is a simple chart, nothing extraordinary here. I just decided to put a few boxes. You know my style. I don't go around, using too many indicators, just enough basically to make sure the market, I'm getting enough data, basically. That's all it is, right? But normally I'm just looking for my lows, I'm looking for my highs. That's all I'm looking for. I'll put a trend line if I have to, but other than that, you know, keeping it simple, easy, clean, simple, it usually works, right? Guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe, join the family. Let's grow this channel, and if you're already here, smash those like buttons. Let's get to the moon, bros, because these are moonshot moves we're going to see. Of course, the dumps are going to be big, and it's a common thing I say to many people. I believe Bobby was one of the first ones on this channel actually asked me. He said, how hard do we go and how far do we dump? And I was like, it's always 50%. Whatever level you go, it's always 50%, right? And it's a good way for me to demonstrate this. For example, if we go here and if we just basically use this data here, right? I'll show you. This is so funny. So use this data here. It's always 50%. Look, where's that 50%? Here, look, 50%. It's always 50%. I mean, in fact, this time we went below the 50%. Always 50%. It's an average. It's like, that's just how this works. Don't know why, don't know how. It just worked. Always. We talked about this on the same video as well. We said, I have no idea how this does this. It's always 50%. Anyway, even on the upside, I mean, I showed you something on the top side, but let me show you something on the upside actually. Give me a second. Let me show you this and you'll understand what I mean. So if we do this, here we go. All right, it's always 50%. Where is it? Look, even here as well, still sitting at 50%. But Custard is here. Oh my god, is it happening? Of course, my brother. I joined the Paradexes on the website with my wallet, etc. Awesome. Your wallet is for the airdrop, so of course you did the right thing. If you gave us the wallet, I do have your email. I did see your wallet address. We need those wallet addresses basically to send the reward. So awesome. However, it doesn't matter. We've got a system in the back to double check if there's double same wallets coming over and over again. It will check. It will only give it to you once. But I'm having a bit of a problem with the affiliate system, right, where it's supposed to figure out how many people you have referred so you can get those bigger discounts, but unfortunately that system is broken. So this is why I thought, while they fix the back end of that, I'll fix the I'll do a V2, right? So let's see what happens anyway. So let's just stick to this and just talk about what this all means, right? What this whole thing is, right? Just want to like kind of stretch a few things and just kind of show you these crazy zones. So let me explain this chart to you and you'll understand what this means. So let's go to where we are now, right? So currently we are in this particular level, and this is our all-time high. And what I've done, I've just literally drawn a box from the all-time high wick to the body. That's all I did, nothing else. And I'm going to extend this a little bit more, you'll understand. I've drawn this pattern here because this was where we were bouncing a little bit before we fell down. So I thought, okay, this could be a nice little resistance area on the way back. So all I did was put a little mini trend here, another one here, just to create a range, so I know what kind of a range I'm playing within, right? And of course we dumped and we were doing all of this, and I wanted to also see who's in control. So when you start seeing these blue shades, or whatever you want to call them, or these purple shades, this is actually happening because I do have a specific indicator, this here, which is called the stochastic heat map, and it actually tells me who's in control. Look. It's a very simple one. Even a green candle, for example, look for a green candle. Look, these green candles, if we were not in control, it will color it purple. So it shows you where the current, you know, energy is being put in. So of course these are all bearish candles, right? We haven't been bullish at all. You can see these green surrounding on them, which shows you, yes, bulls have tried. The candle was green, but the bears had full control. The bears were sitting there in control. So when we see all of this thing, of course it's pretty crazy stuff. So I'm gonna leave this there for now. Actually leave this there, switch this, right, get this down again, and I want to show you a few other things, right? So of course you saw me draw these support and resistance clusters. Of course this is the neckline we don't want to break. If we break this, then we're coming down to the 30k, and of course there are top analysts bigger than me who are actually also talking about this. But remember, I said I want to extend this a little bit more. I want to extend this, go back in time. I want to see what this really means. So this is just the wick bottom, and this is the body. This is how low we went. So if I start extending this down, what I realize is somewhere along the line we did have some kind of a area here where we did face a little bit of a traffic, right? If you look carefully at this one candle, we did face something here, and that was a bullish sign to push us up. And of course, after that, we had a massive push up, and then we came back at some stage, and coincidentally, look at this, we actually found support here. Brilliant. So I want to show you these patterns a little bit more, right? So let's go into another one and do the same thing, right? So what I'm seeing is somehow history is giving us this buffer to basically go ahead and do certain things, right? So now again, we've got this area here. And wow, surprise, surprise. I mean, if you just look at this, the body is exactly on this box. I haven't done anything to this box. And we ranged here. We literally had, you know, resistance here, and we bounced. That's pretty freaky, right? And then if you look carefully here, we were rejected at one point here. We were holding below this as support. And watch how things fall into perspective when you start looking at these bigger pictures. It just freaks the life out of me sometimes, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow. And these are just pure, super solid data points that we cannot afford to miss, right? We cannot afford to miss. Now, what am I looking for? I just want to do this. So this way, look, I can't move this up or down, so you can't say I'm manipulating it or anything like this. Let's just do this, and then I'm going to adjust this one here. Again, look, I can't move this. This can only go left or right, okay? So I'll just put it here for you. And then I want to do one more, guys, one more. I want to get this one here. This one here first, and then I'll put something else later. Right, let's do this. Let's zoom out. Right, let's zoom out of this. What do we see here? We see this beautiful pattern playing out. We see this lovely little, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. I mean, it's getting funny. Resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, and we finally broke above that, right? I mean, it's just extraordinary to see this pattern playing out. And when we see a pattern like this, we can then start making some assumptions on what we expect this to do. So I'm going to make one more drawing here, and I want to do this as accurate as possible, so you guys can't say, oh look, this guy hasn't done it properly. No, I'm going to do this one properly as well. So I'm going to leave this just here. Okay, just here. Actually, yep, just here. I just want to do the peak of this. That's what I want to do, guys. And I'm going to change the color so you know this is the only one that is slightly different to every other one. So let's go into this, because look, we can't play with these zones, because these zones, the previous all-time high was actually here. So we can't really play with this, and this is fine. This area we can neglect completely. Now we're going to start looking at this pattern here. So we have done these massive rally, say for example from here, from this particular neckline all the way up to here, 65k, or even all the way up to here, 69k. And you know, when we talk about, when we have a season or a pattern where we start pushing up, we always come back 50%. Well, our worst case scenario and our buffer is exactly here, right? Our worst case scenario and buffer is exactly here. This is where the buffer zone is. Also, I'm gonna have a look at the chat and see what's going on. I see so many people here, so many people talking. Joined. We dropped below 50%, so thoughts are going to keep steep downwards. That's smart against bots, etc. What's smart against bots? Man, I get people here for free. It's the least what I can do. Awesome. Anyways, keep your stream. I'll watch here with my popcorn. Awesome, my brother. What is Paradexes, Ash says. And how do I join for airdrops, etc. Paradexes is a website. That's literally, no, I'm joking. It's actually a decentralized exchange protocol we're building, and we're launching very soon. So it's going to be a parallel decentralized exchanges across many chains. We're going to have our own token and everything as well. We have not put the token IDs or anything yet. We're just going to do the marketing first. Once all the marketing and everything is done, then we actually activate our smart, well, not smart contract. Well, yeah, so the coin itself is going to be minted via the smart contract, more like a token generation event, right? So we're going to have these event, and we call it the black hole or the sacrifice event or whatever you want to call it. But that time you can enter. So when the pools are open, you can lock your, so we're doing it in Binance chain. And again, the community shows, so it's a full-on community thing, right? Community members are designing certain things, icons, this, that, you name it, even a part of the website. So this area, this background image you see here was actually created by a community member. Some of these logos, colors and everything was designed by him. Another one designed this. Other than that, most of the other stuff I did myself. But the point is we've got quite a bit of stuff coming with Paradexes, and we want to launch in Q1. So I'm just hoping this market is bloody in Q1, so everyone can enter very cheap. Because anytime you see something that, when the market is down, it's a great time to actually start marketing, promoting, and hopefully growing a community and launching something awesome. So it's going to be, how would I say this? I mean, have a look. Remember, look, paradexes.com. Just go to paradexes.com. You will see this, right? And there's a few functions here. Where was it? Oh, here, right? Look, we are decentralized. We have no VC and no owners. So even though I am technically the founder, I don't own any tokens myself yet. I will buy just like everybody else. So I don't want to shill it yet. We're gonna talk a lot more on Paradexes once it's launched. But right now, guys, I'm not here to shill anything, even if it's my project. You know what? Even when this is so funny. Check this out. Paradexes has its own YouTube channel, but it's only for like marketing material and promo content, right? Maybe even some kind of a video there once or twice. But I'm not going to literally do any videos from myself. My channel, this channel here, SDCrypto, is this, and that's what I'm going to be continuing to do. I'm never going to shill. I mean, every now and then I might just shill or talk about Paradexes, but every now and then, that's it. I'm not here for that, remember, right? So we've got communities for that. We've got Discord servers, Telegram servers, and everything. So yeah, check it out. Ash says, sounds wicked. Awesome, my brother. Thank you. And it says, join Discord, Ash, and scroll the new messages from Sham. You'll find it 100% awesome. And it says, tomorrow 07. What's going on? Oh, boxing. Yummy and Yummy, and then it's going for a boxing match. Awesome. Anyway, let's get back into the content, guys. Let's forget about Paradexes now for a second. So I wanted to show you these structures, right? And I think I did show it yesterday, if I was correct. No, it's gone. Okay, I did show something yesterday. Let me just check. Did I show it here? I did, but I deleted it. So there's no point, guys. There's no point. I deleted it, right? But let's just do this here again, right? So this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing these patterns here, these support and resistance clusters. Right, let's just focus on these support and resistance clusters. And I see this line here as my 50% mark. So there is this weird zone that whatever we pumped from this specific area to here, we should be seeing a 50%. Right? Of course, we can change that a little bit more as well, because if we start looking at the entire cycle, things do change, and I'll show you this, right? So this is the entire cycle from here all the way to here. This was our entire cycle, and if we did put another line just here, things get so funny. It's just so hilarious, right? So this is our entire cycle, and what we see here is, oh, and I can get rid of this. Yeah, so what we see here is this 16k. For whatever reason, this 16k seems to be like our market bottom, right? So weird, but that's what it is. We can't deny what we see on the chart. However, we do see this 36k to be a little bit of a buffer, and this is one of the reasons why I think we could do some sort of a pattern, which is pretty crazy when you look at it, right? I'm going to draw this pattern here. We did this, we did this, we did this. Just observe what I'm showing you. It's so funny, this pattern. We did this. Just keep on observing. This is the time, by the way, when people were talking about the Wyckoff distribution and accumulation phase. I wonder what happened to all of those guys. I did say, that was all bollocks. I mean, just look at this. It's just so beautiful when you start looking at this pattern. So beautiful. And that's it. I'm just gonna change this, guys, a little bit. We don't want it to be too big because then you won't be able to see what's going on. Right, so this is what we've got. We've got this crazy Bart Simpson pattern here, right? Literally a Bart Simpson pattern, and we can see that these lines actually acted like support and resistance. Freaky, right? This is back in 20k. Can you imagine? This is when we were back sitting at 16k. So we did do a yo-yo around this 16k level, right? We yo-yoed here. You see, we yo-yoed here. Anyway, we broke out. We had a power move. Once we had a power move, we started yo-yoing between these lines. What the hell? Okay, then we power shot straight through to this like 60k. And then we yo-yoed a little bit here. Amazing, right? Pretty amazing. We had done all of this, right? And then obviously as we came down, we started struggling and finding these resistance here, right? And this zone, this blue zone, this seems to be our resistance zone. So I'm looking at all of this and I'm like, okay, so we had this particular area here. We had this particular area. We had this Bart Simpson head here. We had a reverse Bart Simpson here. And we've come back to this zone. Because remember, we fell below this here once, and this is the second time. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, how far can we actually go? Can we actually, right now we are expected to come down. Are we going to bounce here and then go that way? Or are we going to do something quite opposite and bounce here and probably come here and then bounce around a little bit, Bart Simpson, and then come back up again? Does that make sense to you? So this is what I'm looking at. Are we going to probably miss this zone here? Because that's where the expectation is, right? So the expectation is that this market could easily crash down all the way back to this level, And if it does break this level, then there is no other level because, look, we don't have any support. So, yeah, freaky, right? It's definitely freaky. We do not have any of the support other than this particular area. Can you imagine this? That's insane. So the only support I can see that it's the strongest right now, because here we didn't bounce that much, is this particular zone here. This is the strongest area we have, which means that we should be able to see a significant support around this particular zone here. And I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. But we also know, like, people like Michael Saylor just bought more BTC, and you got to wonder why. He could, if he's got 20 something K average buy, he could have just sat and waited and bought it here. That would bring his average down, but he didn't. He bought it now. If he bought it now and his average buy is, so he bought it basically here, and his average buy is now around 29-30k, is he expecting a bounce on this red zone or here? Is he expecting that? And if he's expecting that, what does he know that we don't? Think about that. He knows something. He definitely knows something. Question is what? Question is what? I have no idea. I am going to delete this. I'm going to activate the system, because the system can also do this as well. And it's doing it, showing you higher high, higher low, the whole pattern, everything. I'm going to leave it there. Because I'm seeing this one of the pattern forming here, which is a awesome pattern. It is a beautiful pattern. I'm seeing this pattern here. I'll just, because I have to do a range, so I'm going to do this in a range. So this beautiful pattern forming here. It's like this, lower low here, higher low, and a higher low. That's the reason why I put it this way. Is it going to bounce here and then shoot up again? It looks like a beautiful pattern. It looks like it wants to break out. This could easily turn into a W. Of course, we've got a massive amount to beat here. I mean, if we did come back, if this rejected and came back all the way down here, we would have to recover almost 70% from these buy zones for us to get to that 69k again. That would be the neckline. But it looks awesome. I mean, when you start looking at this, it just looks brilliant. Looks brilliant. Because you know I've got a habit of looking at bigger pictures. And this is what I see in a bigger picture, which is freaky. I don't know if you guys are looking at this. This is 2017. We came down, we went up, we came down, we went up. And just to give you perspective, I'm also going to show you this particular zone here in this particular way, so you can see this is at an angle. Low, higher, low. Sorry, low, higher, low. And we seem to be doing pretty much the same thing here, just to give you perspective. What's going on, guys? Pretty interesting, right? When you start looking at this in a complete different context, you start seeing things that you're not seeing before. These higher time frame data, these little patterns that are playing out. You know, this is a W, a double bottom. This was a first bottom on a weekly. This was a first bottom. We're coming to a second bottom. We haven't even completed it yet. Freaky, right? Yeah, you bet it is. All right, let's get rid of some of the drawings and let's show you something else. So I'm going to take off all the drawings now. Every last drawings, we're going to take them off. We're going to go back to the daily so we can see the data for what it is when I activate these support and resistance clusters. So what we're looking for here is a system to calculate and tell us where all these supports were, where all the signals were. Where was the signal to buy? Well, it's here, here, you know. Where are we getting another bullish signal to buy? Here, this is a bullish candle, the 8th or 6th of December, sorry, 6th of December. We did print a bullish candle, but unfortunately, we printed a bearish candle on the 9th, which is today. We just printed a bearish candle, and you can see these red dots, they indicate bearish. But the last sell order we got was here. And this is dynamic, by the way. So that means if this is a sell signal, it will literally indicate sell within the millisecond. You can actually observe this, you know, popping on and off, depending on the candle. So we got this sell at 69. Anybody surprised? No. In fact, if you had this indicator activated on this $68,000-$69,000 level, this would have flashed for you. Those early guys who used to watch me on YouTube, you all have a link to this. In fact, it's on my TradingView account, guys. It's there. The links are there. If you go to my account, if you look at some of the indicators that I have, or scripts that I have, it's actually there. Support resistance clusters is actually there. It gets so well. I mean, it was built on how I want it, and this is what it does. Watch this. I'm about to activate my own set of drawings that I just drew. My drawings are in a different color compared to this. My drawings, as you can see, look, different color compared to this. But if I activate this, right, and I'll get it on a shorter time frame, I'll put it here, zoom in for you guys. Watch this. It's freaky, right? Look, watch this line here, watch this line here, watch this lines here, watch these lines here, watch these lines here. Watch what it does. Bam. This is freaky. Look, this is also telling us, yes, heavy support here, beautiful support here. If we did fall, yes, we have a little bit of a support on the bottom of this range based on this. But other than that, if we want to go back up, yes, we have a mini trend here. Look, the mini trend here. We have another trend here, this strong resistance area here. And then right at the top of that candle where I've put it, it's also saying there is a resistance there. Freaky, right? Really, really freaky. Let's change things up a little bit. Let's go into the weekly for a second and just keep my drawing there. And I want to activate the Hull moving average. You guys know I'm a massive fan of the Hull moving average. You have to set it up to 104 weeks, which is 2 years. This is a 2-year moving average, and you can see that typically if we ever fall below this, we can spend a few months. And we fell below this last week. That means we are going to spend a few months. right? Few weeks, maybe few months. But typically what you can see, if you know, since history, right, whatever data we can pull in here, because remember it's only 104. Whenever we fell below, we stay below until we come out. We're fine. If we can tap this and move along, we're fine. Look, tap this, move along. But whenever we fall inside the range, we do calm down. And this particular occasion, we did it twice. Look, twice. Yeah, got to think about this. This is does not look healthy at all. Does not look healthy at all. So we're going to go back to the daily. We're moving back and forth, guys. Back and forth, back and forth. So what we're seeing here is the VPVR. Volume range, volume profile. Sorry, volume profile, volume range, right? That's what we're seeing here. And we can see that this zone here is where most of the traffic is. Most of the control is right now. This is where all the action is happening. If we fall below this, there's absolutely no action here. That means free fall. Literally, it's a free fall. Look, free fall, right? There's not really much happening here. You see this? Not much happening here. Free fall. If we can hold this line tonight and then start pushing back up, we need to this empty gap here. We need to kill this empty gap. Once we kill this empty gap, then we can start testing the others. But that's a long way. It's going to take a miracle for us to do this. It doesn't matter what Michael Saylor announces, what Elon Musk comes out and announces. It doesn't matter what the Queen for herself comes and announces in UK. That's going to take us a miracle. It's going to take us a literal Christmas miracle for this to happen. Do you know what I mean? I know a lot of the brothers here don't celebrate Christmas. I celebrate everything. I don't care. I'm very universal. You know, it's a holiday. It's a holiday. Why not take a bonus, right? But the point is, I don't know. Just look at this data. This is how much bears are in control. It's crazy data. Crazy data. It's coming down. That's all I can see. I'm hoping it doesn't, though. I'll be honest with you. I am absolutely hoping it doesn't. Actually, I'm going to stay on daily because I want to activate something else. This is the Bollinger Band. This is on a daily Bollinger Band. On the daily Bollinger Band, we are seeing that the information we have is showing we're at the bottom of the Bollinger. Remember, a Bollinger Band is like an elastic band. If you stretch it too much, it likes to bounce back in again. So right now, looking at this particular zone, we've been bearish. This is so funny. Check this out. We've been bearish for 30 bars, 30 days. We've been really bearish for 30 days. Whereas in the opposite was true when we were bullish from this particular area to here. Right? If you look carefully, 40 bars. We were bullish for 40 days. We're bearish for 30 days. And these are complete different data, guys. So try and understand what all of this means. You know, we're bullish here. We were bearish here. Could the signal be right now that the market wants to reverse back again? You know, these are the kind of things we need to also look at, right? Could it be that the market wants to reverse back again? Are we seeing any positive data here? Sadly, I'm not. I know a lot of you guys just want to know what's going on. What's this guy talking about? Sadly, no, guys. I'm going to show you something here. Yes, where is it? What the hell is it? What? Wait, let me switch this off. Oh, this is why I couldn't see it. Actually, no, I'm going to switch all of this off as well. No point showing these to you. No, I don't want to show you this as well. You know what? I'm going to delete some of this because I don't need these. Right, but let me show you something. I want to show you something, guys. On a weekly, please. I want to show you something on a weekly. You're going to love this one. Just three, guys. Just three. We only need 3 of these to come in to show us something crazy. Just do one of them. White input. We'll do 21, because I want to do weekly for you. I want to show you some weekly data here so you understand what all of these means on a weekly data, because there's some crazy data going on here. You must be aware of what's really going on here. You know, some crazy data. Boom. Actually, let me make this larger, guys. Yeah, I'm sure you're already guessing what's happening here. You're seeing some crazy data here. So we've got the drawing still on. Just want to quickly show you where we are right now. So we do have this 21 week. So we have a 21 week moving average, and we've managed to come back down. 21 weeks is not enough data. It's fine. We can accept it. You know, so far this entire bull run, let me switch this off actually. So far this entire bull run, we've been pretty much above this 21 week moving average until we hit that level where we dipped down. 21 weeks, we stayed above this. We came down, we stayed down for a few weeks, and then now of course we came back again, and we're about to re-enter. So remember the whole moving average, everything, right? So when we start activating, where's the HMR? Hey, did I delete it? I deleted HMA. Yes. They just want me to pay. How much more are you gonna pay? HMA. There, so we've got the yellow whole moving average there, right? So we can see some sort of a correlation here. So 21 week, we're below this, indicating to us that basically market's looking bearish. We've got so I need to activate the drawing for this, right? So remember this zone I showed you here, this zone, this 16K, where you can see the 200 week moving average currently is sitting at $18,000. Is that a coincidence? Is this a coincidence that the 200 week moving average is sitting pretty much where I drew a simple box from this area to here, and it was the 50% mark? I mean, you don't make this up, right? You don't make this up. That's the average? Oh, something's not right. You know what I mean? That's the 200 week. What's going on here? But anyway, let's continue with what we've got, right? So we're going to switch this HMA off because we don't really need too much of that, right? I almost choked on myself. Awesome. We are going to talk about head and shoulders and everything, right? Let's just carry on with what we got here. So we got a 21 week. So because I'm trying to throw everything here, guys, so please do understand why I'm showing you this particular style compared to everything else, because I know random people on random shows going to throw random stuff and create confusion, but the ultimatum, the answer is only going to be one outcome. And I've been going on about this outcome for a very long time, and I just want to show you all the data in one shot so you understand what all of this means, right? So it's more easier for you. BTC's just jumped to 42k euros. Awesome. You know what? I'm going to say hi to some of the guys that are here because I see loads of people here. Let's see. Custard Book, Alna, Bones, Ash, Yami, Peppermint Garden. Hey, Peppermint Garden. I will answer your question. So welcome to the show anyway. I see Himi here. Welcome to the show. And I see Blockchain Club. Welcome to the show. We are going to check the chat. So continue throwing whatever questions you have. I'll double check them. I do have a little bit of time, so I'll definitely talk with you guys about those certain things. So I'll throw a few questions and then I'll sort it out. But let's continue with our data here. Right. So 21 week. So we're going to look at this 21 week line. I'm going to switch some of these off. Just want to look at this 21 week without any filters or anything like this. Just focus on the 21 week. So 21 week moving average. We've been bullish, and then we fell down and we came out and we fell down. Fine. Absolutely fine. You know, you can see here 2019 we were above the 21 week, and then when we came down we started going bearish. Anytime we fall below, we're bearish, full stop. This is what the 21 week is showing us, right? So 21 week says, look, anytime you're above the 21 week, you're bullish. You fall below, you go bearish. It's a simple metric, very simple metric. We don't need too much you know, elaboration on this or explanation. You're above, you're bullish. You fall, right? You know, here was something similar. For example, this is in 2013, something very similar. 2013, can you imagine this? 2013, right? This was around February this happened. It went down, it came back up again briefly for a few weeks. You can see here, briefly for a few weeks it was up, and then it came down again. It stayed down. It was a bear market, full stop. So that's what we're seeing. Anytime we're above, we're bullish. Anytime we're below, we're bearish. Yeah, pretty much that's the data we've got from 2010. That was 21 weeks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch off 21 weeks now, and I'm going to activate 50 weeks because we don't want to confuse you, right? We want to keep things clean. Good news is we are above the 50 weeks. We came and we kissed. We broke it a little bit, but we managed to hold it. We managed to hold the 50-week moving average. Remember, guys, these are higher time frames. We're not looking at your baby 15-minute candles. We're looking at the bigger data. So we came, we kissed, we held. We're now coming to test the 50K again. So in this whole entire bear market, sorry, did I just say bear market? Guess I'm feeling it, right? Smash those like buttons, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. My God, I see Benjamin here. Awesome, my brother. Awesome. So look, this entire bull market that we've had, right? We've managed to stay above the 50 week. Whenever we fell below the 50 week, yeah, we were down for a few weeks. You know, as you can see, look. We're down, we're down, we're down, we're down, we're up, right? I mean, this is the best one here. Look, 2015 to 2017. Remember I told you 2015 is where the bull market was happening. This is a great indicator. 50-week moving average, great indicator to tell you if you're in a bear market or if you're in a bull market. Brilliant data. Of course, we've got this data coming to us from 2011. Awesome. So we know, again, same pattern. I want to move things around a little bit now. I'm going to switch this off and I'm going to activate. Actually, there's one more indicator. And no, I don't need that because I've got the HMA, right? And we talked about the HMA anyway. That's pretty similar to 100 week. Now we've got 200 week. 200 week moving average. Wow, 200. That's almost 4 years, guys. 4 years, 200 freaking weeks. Wow. Gotta switch the drawings off for this one. Can you see what I'm seeing, guys? I'll let you guys just observe this for a second here. I'll put it there for you. 200 week. Let's read some of this. Awesome stuff here. I'm just gonna let you guys observe the chart while I read this. So Skin and Bone says, looks like we could be making a head and shoulders. We're going to check that. Peppermint says, hi, if I buy one BNB, is that whole BNB converted to Voxy tokens? If I buy one BNB, is that whole BNB converted to Voxy tokens? No. So the Voxy tokens on Binance, there's a pool, I believe it's 3 million tokens, and maximum each person can get is about 75,000 tokens because they're priced at around 20 cents a coin. However, everybody that plugs their funds in there, you're only going to get equivalent to whatever portion of the pool you have. So for example, if you own 1% of the pool, so you've all put your money in, if you have 1% of the pool allocated to you and you put one BNB, well, they might only give you 10% worth, so you're going to get 90% of your BNB back. Of course, you allocate maximum, but you receive back only whatever the pool portion was equivalent to your investment, because they do the percentage margins there. So that's how they're going to work it out. So they're not going to take all your BNB unless you're the only one in that pool, right? Then of course they will take it, and there's no such thing as a first come first serve on these kind of pool operations or pool launches. Remember this. Okay, so I hope this kind of makes sense. Blockchain Club BTC just jumped 42 euro. Good news, right? We're gonna have a look at all this stuff. I mean, we're already on BTC. You're looking at this. You're looking at this. Question is, where did BTC jump? Did it jump on a 15-minute candle, or did it jump? You know, where did it jump? Well, it looks like it's been jumping on a 15-minute candle. Yeah. We can see it's been fairly bullish here on the 15-minute candle. But again, just like I said to a brother yesterday when he was excited on this candle. Oh, BTC is moving up. Where are you looking at? If you're looking at these candles here, we still got a long ways to go, right? Got a long ways to go. If you're looking at this hourly, no, it's bearish, still bearish. If we're looking at 4 hourly, very bearish. If we're looking at, I mean, any time frame, guys, you name it, we can do it, right? If we're looking at this 6 hourly, okay, looks kind of bullish because of the wick at the bottom, but still bearish, still at the bottom of the channel. Yeah, still bearish, brother. Let's have a look at 12 hours. Bearish. So yeah, don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. Awesome. Do you think Crow will kick up a storm from Christmas Day onwards, and do you think it will ever reach that BNB price? It won't reach the BNB price. No, that's pretty much impossible, solely because of how many Crow there are. So if Crow was to reach anywhere, so let's just be hypothetical here and just say we've got $577. Let's just say $500, right? We're going to be hypothetical and say $500. Now, I'm sure you have a beautiful calculator on your mobile phone right now, and all I want you to do is take that calculator and plug this number into it. Plug $500 times 30.2 billion dollars. Billion tokens. What's 500 times 30 billion dollars? That's like 30 trillion, or yeah, something like that, right? So impossible. Does that make sense, right? Just simple maths, guys. Just add this up to the value you think it's going to be, and then be logical and say, is it possible? If it is, my God, one Crow is worth, wow, 15 times the entire market. That would be hilarious. Right, what's the next one? Let's have a look at the next one. You've entered many coins at the early stages, at the very early stages. I'm just wondering what got you to invest in them and know what those coins will be, big and top tier coins. Well, it's not this. So for me, I'm dangerous in this kind of stuff. So one of the fundamentals that I follow, right? So Ash asked me, was it Ash? No, it was Belgian. Belgian just asked me. I just saw Belgian. Awesome. He just asked me. I got into a lot of early coins and what made me get into them, something like this, right? Belgian, I have the same rules for every single coin. The only coin that I do love in whole dear is BTC, right? And some Ethereum as well. But the rest of them, I have one strategy. There's only one strategy. I buy, I double my money. As soon as I double my money, I take my initial out. That's the strategy. It's the only strategy. So I'm not selecting coins. I don't give a damn about the groups, like the team members or technology or anything. I've never fell in love with them. Never. Zero emotion. I see something, I don't care, looks promising, I want to double my money. If I double my money, I get out. And then the remainder is what I'm playing with. Does that make sense to you? This is one of the reasons why I play one of the safest game out there. I might be making the least amount of money compared to some other guys out there. But I'm not interested in burning myself or destroying myself and not being able to sleep. Do you know what I mean? So I'm very cautious, very, very cautious. Let's see what it does. Benjamin says, the fact that whales are buying the dip. So get your, exactly, Benjamin. This is the fact, right? So this is what I've said the other day as well. When I sold my alts at 54k, I said, guys, I'm selling my alts, not my BTC. Think about that. I'm selling my alts to buy more BTC, but I'm not going to sell my BTC yet. So my liquid BTC that I do have, I'm not selling them, nor am I shorting it, nor am I longing it. Can you imagine this? All I'm doing is buying the dip. There are some lovely events going on where I can plug my USDT and get up to 200% APY on something for a little short time anyway. But I'm not even participating on those. Why? Because I need my USDT, USDC, you name it. I need it. I need to sell all my alts to buy the dip. Whether it happens in a week, 2 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, it's irrelevant. There's a big pump coming and I want to be ready for that big pump. And the whole purpose of me buying all these alts and everything was so I can accumulate more BTC. And that's what I'm going to do now. So it's going to be pretty awesome. That 4-year looking very interesting, and like we are following a drop to that line. Yes. So exactly, that's what I wanted to show you. So wrong chart. So this is what I wanted to show you. If you start looking at these data at these longer time frames, what you realize is that yes, we do touch the 200-day moving average, but when do we touch it? That's freaky. Look at it. So I'm glad you've observed something here and you saw something that I'm not sure if everybody noticed, right? There's something crazy in this chart. Guys, we only have touched this in these zones where we were in the bear market. Look, that's the bottom of the market. Look at that. What a coincidence, right? Look, I'm glad you've noticed this, right? This is the bottom of the market. And this line is continuously growing. These are the bottoms of the market. The 200-week moving average is displaying and showing us that on an average, this was the bottom. It's not the top. That's the bottom. Can you imagine that? Freaky, right? But that's what it is. 200-week moving average shows us the bottom. When we start activating, for example, when I put the HMA, well, that's showing me where we should be above, right? Or I can even activate the 100-day moving average. Give me a second. Let me activate the 100-day moving average. Sorry, I've got too many. This is why. Got too many. Come on then. Built in. Moving average. There we are. Let's activate this. 100. This is a 100 week, right? 100 week. Nothing too much. Just 100 week. Actually, I don't like that color. It's too light. Here, there you go. Nice color. Right. This is the 100 week. Observe what I'm about to show you. This is the 100 week. And what you realize where the 100 week falls freaks the life out of me. It's impossible for this line to come to the exact point that we want to feel the rejection. The exact point that we want to see this come. That's freaky, right? You know, these are like the perfect entry locations. So what's Michael Saylor seeing? Michael Saylor is seeing that if this market dumps, if it finds support here, he's going to make more money based on his average buy. If it comes here, he just breaks even. Think about that. If it comes to 30k, he breaks even. Wow. Custard boot, crow to 160. Let's hope so, my brother. Gomez is here. Awesome, Gomez. Nice to see you here. Hello. Do you send out signals or have a private group where you discuss your possible buys? My brother Ash, I do it publicly. I don't. So I do have private clients who I do fund management for, but there are specific requirements to even join that part of the group. you know, this crazy. Trust me, the rules that I have, my rules are made so you don't join me. My rules are made so when people come to me and say, can you manage my funds for me and do this for me, I've made such a crazy rule that you have to be insane to give me your funds. And that's the type of people I want. Not the people who are saying, people who come to me and they expect certain things. I'm like, nah, I don't know, you know. So yeah, I do it on purpose. My rules are very strict, just to keep you away. But everything I do is here anyway. They're allowed to come and see. So anything I say it here, signals or whatever. I don't give signals anyway. But the point is, you know, when we see certain things in the market, my brother, we do talk about it. So when I saw it go to 69, 67, 69K, I started warning people, guys, this doesn't look good. Because we're looking at data. You know, and data is something that I can't give you a signal based on, right? But I can say, look, the data is suggesting something. Guys, this is what the data is suggesting. Now, you have to make that decision. Of course, if I'm managing your funds, that's a different story. But then I don't want to manage your funds. And you've got to be really insane to give me your funds. I do it on purpose. Honestly, I do it on purpose. But I do have a bunch of crazy ones. I used to have about 16. Now I got about 20. Pretty nuts. But they know the risks. That's the whole important thing. They know that one day I'm going to vanish and they're never going to see their BTC again. I love it. I love it. Albin says, crow to 200 at custard boot. Awesome. Belgian says, I'm guessing when you take out your initial, you put into BTC. Yes, brother, that's exactly what I do. And also, do you ever take out initial for BTC? I did that already. Belgian, I did that already, my brother. I did that twice already. Twice. Beat that. This is how nuts it is, right? This is what I've been telling a lot of people. I said, look, for me, I'll give you a good example. Michael Saylor, his average is currently what? 29K per BTC. And he's only started here. I'll tell you this, my average is currently 1K. So yeah. By all means, come down to 1K, then you break me. Until then, I'm always up to beat that. But yeah, again, yesterday someone tried to compare me with Michael Saylor. I'm like, it doesn't even compare to me, trust me. I'm 100% dedicated in this. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for fame. I'm not looking for nothing. I'm here to help friends and family, most of the people, new friends as well, right? I'm here to help you guys who join this community, who subscribe to this community, who come to the Discord. I mean, I've created a platform for you guys to come and talk to me every now and then, if I'm free, obviously. It's there. Ashes, love it, bro. Need to see them requirements soon, bro. You're not gonna see nothing. You're gonna just hear the crazy requirements I have. But I do that on purpose, as I said, right? Because I don't believe in the thing about, like, you know, give the man a fish, if that makes any sense, right? And it's not. Some people use that in a, like, for poor people or something. That's wrong. That's not the way. What it means, the analogy there means, if I'm gonna give it to you, you're really going to know nothing. I'd rather teach you. And when I'm teaching, whatever I'm showing here, I show it to everybody. Of course, I do private classes. That's a different story. So this type of stuff, how to analyze, how to do certain things. But I do charge for my time. Again, I won't do it for you. I'll just charge for my time. I'm like, okay, look, I've spent 2 hours with you. You've got to pay me 2 hours. Do you know what I mean? And even then, when people come to pay me, no joke, he's not here. Chris, he comes every now and then. Probably he's watching as well. I said to him as well, I said, Chris, yes, you know, he's taken some courses, or not courses, but he's come and spent some time with me. He's like, bro, I want to pay you. I was like, yeah, when you made BTC, you can pay me. He's like, bro, I really want to pay you. I said, no, bro, I don't want your money. I tell you what you can do. You can go and invest it into Paradexes when it launches. Again, he could understand that. Hold on, I'm not doing it for the money. It's all there for everybody. There's no difference. Skin and Bone says, you invest in other things other than crypto. I used to. I stopped now. Now I'm going 100% into crypto. So I used to be in brick and mortar and everything as well, or traditional businesses, as you like to call them. Even technology and infrastructure. I have been involved in many projects like this. I do have affiliation with a whole bunch of them. But the point is now I'm just going 100% decentralized. And this is one of the reasons why I'm focusing a lot of my energy onto Paradexes, our decentralized exchange. We're going to be launching an NFT platform very soon as well. Again, it's not for me to launch NFT, it's for you to launch NFT in a better, easier, less competitive way. Right. I've got to go back to this place. 1 second. You see this here? Do you know what this is? You know what this is going to be? This, my friends, is going to be your, when we do finish launching the NFT platform, this would be a gallery. This would be literally, or not this exactly, but a gallery, an NFT gallery, where you can literally click and buy your NFT direct from this gallery. So there is a methodology, it's going to be connected to the blockchain, where you can literally buy whatever you want. It's here, it's displayed, and we're doing something completely different to every other NFT platform. I can't disclose yet because of competition reasons, but it will be different, that I can tell you. So yeah, that's coming. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of stuff I want to do, NFT. And also I want to work in the metaverse as well. But metaverse, not your traditional metaverse game nonsense. I want to do something in the real VR space, basically. I want to create something absolutely crazy, insane, connect the, basically I want to do player one scenario in real life, because that hasn't happened yet, but it is possible, and that's what I want to do. Ashes, I'm not gonna lie, I've learned more about moving averages today than before, and I'm now and I'm new to TA, so you can imagine I'm clueless with the lines. Thank you, brother. Also, my brother. No, listen, there's a lot of TA stuff that you can actually learn. I mean, you might see me use some crazy, this is my YouTube, standard YouTube chart. And this is crazy. You're looking at this, you're like, what the hell is these patterns, right? That's what you're going to think, right? You're going to be like, this guy's insane. I mean, look at this chart. And imagine this, if I activated every one of these indicators, you'll freak out. You'll be like, no way, what the hell is he doing? Yeah. Even the chart won't load up, right? If I activated everything. So yes, it is pretty crazy what I do. This is the ABCD pattern. I'll switch this off. The ones that I do look at, even VPVR, I don't really care too much about, right? Zigzag, not bothered. Support and resistance clusters are very important, but again, we'll switch those off. Log curve is very important. This is a moving average, we don't need that. Now, these two indicators here, Bitcoin log growth curve and the double zigzag, higher high, lower low, that is a very important thing to look at. So when we put these, I'll give you a good example. Let's do this. When we put this in collaboration together, we can see what the situation is. So look at this, for example. This is why I was bearish, where you look at the Fibonacci lines. The previous 65k, we were at the fourth Fibonacci line from the top. This time we struggled to get above the fifth one, right? And then we got rejected below the 50%, and that's where I was telling people, I said, guys, where we are right now, when we were down here, I said, guys, we're so close to this line, we're actually in a danger zone. We could come down, and this is why the warning was going on, like, guys, we could come down. So yes, you can see this, how this pattern plays out. It does come down, and also if you observe carefully, of course, when you look at the price, this is a high, it's a higher high, this becomes a higher low. But when you look at the Fibonacci, this point here is higher than this point. So wow, the price is up, but the indicator is low. So when you look at this, it's a clear indication that the market is going to go down. So that's what I was looking at. That's one of the reasons why we were super prepared, super prepared, right? But as I said, I mean, indicators, you don't need many of them. Sometimes just a simple line just does the job. Moving averages, of course, I'm doing this on a weekly, but if we switch off the HMA and if we just leave the daily, give me a second. So I've got all the dailies on, and you can start looking at them on a daily, and you can see what the daily indicators are showing. we can see that on a daily, the 21 week has crossed, it's come down. The 50 week is there, we're below that. Even the 100, we're below that. And where are we bouncing? Look, exactly on the 200-day moving average. Crazy, right? When you start looking at this data, it's like, wow, okay, we're actually bouncing on the 200 week. Yeah, but what happens when you break the 200 week? What happens when you fall below the 200 week? We've been super bullish the whole time, but what happens when you fall below? And when was the last time we fell below? Right? Let's have a look at this, right? So when we fall below, right? This 200 week, when we fall below, we fell below the 200 week in May, and we had this pretty much correlates with everything else. The other time we fell below was quite funny, was back here in October 2019. So even before we had this big dip, we already fell below. So that's an indicator for us, right? You know, here, for example, you can see, of course, the 21 week first 50, and then there's a cascading effect. So by the time you find out, it's too late. And when we hit that, the 200 week was here. We broke below the 200 week here in March 2018. So then the whole entire cryptosphere said confirmed. Yes, we're in a confirmed bear market. Geniuses told you you're in a confirmed bear market 85 days later. 85 freaking days later. How crazy is that? How insane is that? But this is the story anyway. So far, you know, it's just nuts. That's why I said to a lot of people, I said, guys, by the time you have a confirmation that you're in a bear market, we've already gone past the 40K. It's a bear market. Yeah, when did it tell you when you're going to get the confirmation? You know, once you've done this dump here, which is like almost like 40% dump, that's when you confirm that you're in a bear market. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, that's what's happening anyway. Thank you. Skin and Bones. Man, being 27 now, I only started investing last year. Wish were taught in school or something. It's like they don't want you to make money or take risks. No, they don't, bro. There's a book I recommend, Rich Dad Poor Dad, by Robert Kiyosaki. His actual father, his blood father, biological father, is actually a university professor or something like this. And he's an academic. And he says that you are taught to stay within the box. Fall in line, stay within the box. Yes, sir, 3 bag full. That's all you're allowed to do. So this is what they teach you, right? To not fall in that line. They don't teach you economics, you know, they teach you about how to stay within the rules, the boundaries, right? But for you to achieve certain things, you got to go and do something that nobody else did. You got to do something that breaks the rule a little bit. That's how because the system that's created, right, it's all about competition, right? We want the best of the best, but everybody has somebody better than them. So this creates this fierce marketing thing where you are always trying your best to be the best, only to realize that there's always someone better than you ready to replace you. It's crazy. I don't like that, honestly. Don't like that. I think the industries or whatever, right, you know, the education system should have some sort of an area where they should teach people. I would definitely go out and teach people about trading and this and that. If there was a big room full of people, I would do that, because I think that's what needs to happen. And also people should be certified in that sense. I mean, currently you got to pay thousands and thousands of pounds or dollars to go and do some private stuff, and that's expensive. I think the government should create some sort of a education package to teach people this stuff, because it doesn't take long. I'm not joking. You can literally do 10-15 lessons, so 10-15 weeks, once a week, maybe about 2 hours a week. If you did that, I'm not joking, you could actually trade like a pro, because they could teach you the tops, the bottoms, the patterns, how to identify structures, you know, and do your thing. So yeah, pretty crazy anyway. Pretty crazy. What's next? Sorry guys, you know, when I sit for too long my knee hurts, so I gotta stretch my knee. When BTC pumps, do you take profit for yourself, or do you only take initial out that you've put in BTCs when BTC is down? Whenever I double, this is the rule I follow. My hodling portfolio, that's different, by the way. So hodling portfolio is whatever profits I make, whether I make 10%, 20% on a day, on spot trading or anything, right? I usually take my initial plus maybe 10, 20% more. When I take that, I usually put half of that profit money. So half of the profit that I take. So as I said, if I've doubled my money, I will take 120% out. So there's 80% of profit money still left. And when I take that 20, I'll split that. One half goes back into the BTC as my long-term savings. So I don't care what price it is. I don't even look at it. The other 110% that I have, now my pot has grown. So if I want to treat myself, I can treat myself. But most importantly, that money is now a little bit bigger. So just for the sake of it, imagine I put $1,000 into something and it became $2,000. I will literally take out, say, $1,200, leaving $800 to do whatever in the future. And then I'll take $100 and put it into BTC. And the other $100, I might treat myself, do something, or put it back into my initial. And now I have $1,100 to play with. So I've just increased my portfolio and my buying power. I would then take that and plug it into something else and rinse and repeat, do the same thing. So now if 1100 becomes 2200, I'll take a little bit more, leave around 90 to 80% there, and then do the same method over and over again. So I'm not looking for the 100x gains and this and that. I don't fall for that. You know what I mean? If people come and say to me, whoa, bro, you're going to make 1000%. I'm like, yeah, good luck. I'm running the other way. I don't fall for the hype. It's really hard to convince me on a hype. Hold on, chat seems to be bugged. Guys, smash those like buttons and hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Share with one other if you find it value. Let me see what's going on, guys. Sorry. Yeah, so as I said, it's the same story, rinse and repeat. There is liquid BTC and there is illiquid. So anything liquid, of course, I'll dump. That's a different story. And yes, I think the answer to your question is yes. If the liquid BTC, if you buy it, say for example, you buy it here at 30k, or jump targeting to buy anyway. So if you pick up here at 30k and it jumps back to 60k, of course I'm gonna take my initial out, because I need the funds. I need the USDT equivalent back. You know what I mean? I need my initial back so I can rebuy the dips and increase my portfolio. So that's what it is. It's not about the money. It's more about increasing portfolio. It's always been the goal, and that's what a lot of the, crypto maniacs like myself, we like to do. It's not about basically how much more money you've made. Bro, by all means, you could be a billionaire. By all we care. But if I have more BTC or Ethereum than you, I'm always going to win. Does that make sense to you? So it's not about how much money you got, because I know people like to flash their wealth. Oh, look, yeah, I'll make this much money. Yeah, forget your money. Don't give a damn about your money, because your money is only worth something as long as it's in the bank, right? And you spend it on whatever you do, right? But with crypto, I mean, when we're in a cycle, they go parabolic. Like, if I told you, and this is not a joke, we've got guys on this group, on this YouTube, who bought Ethereum for the first time around these levels. I'm not joking. I believe Ethereum was like $400 or $500 when they first bought it. I gotta show you this. This is so crazy. This is so crazy. They bought Ethereum, and they were shaky, by the way. They were shaky. So they bought Ethereum, yeah, around this level here. No joke, I'm not even joking. This is so crazy. They bought Ethereum around here, and when this thing dipped, they panicked. I'm not joking, they panicked. So I was getting a whole bunch of calls from people. I'm like, guys, please, if you haven't got the balls, give me your Ethereum, I'll take it. There was one particular guy, I think, no, Bobby knows the person. So Bobby knows a specific person. what's his name? Bloody hell. He knows. Yes, his name is Shipley. Shipley. Yeah, that's it. So Bobby knows Shipley. Shipley introduced Bobby anyway. That's the point. But the guy Shipley works with, he literally is a mate of mine. He literally came here, came to me, sold all of his Ethereum here, and I begged him. I said, bro, just hold for a few weeks. Hold for a few weeks. He had zero patience. He panicked. So I paid him whatever the market rate was, like, you know, give him a profit basically. I gave him a nice little discount, nice little profit, and I said, give me all your Ethereum. So I took all of his Ethereum there and there, no questions asked, money transfer done. And look at the difference it made, right, from where it was to where it is now. This is a real life person who literally shit himself. Excuse my language, but that's the truth. And we're going to go to today's candle, probably even go to the bottom of that wick. That's a 780%. 780%. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, you got to have some faith in it, right? That's the thing. I did, you know. I said to him, I said, just hold, man, just hold for a few weeks, watch where it goes. So if this thing comes back down, even back down here, does it really bother me? No. Do you know what I mean? And even then I bought it with some loose change that I had. But yeah, I mean, the structure looks perfect. And if we did have a dip, the dip brings us back down to worst case, by the way, this is worst case scenario. It brings us back down to $1,200-$1,300. Well, if it is $1,200-$1,300 and I bought it down here, I'm still up 300%. Do you know what I mean? 300%. So not bad. Even then, if I decide to take my initial out, I'm still in profit. So listen, it's a long haul. You know, it's a long haul. It's all about patience. It's all about understanding your entry, your exit points, right? Remember, I always say this as well. I say this to a lot of the private clients and everybody. I say this, guys, if the market, if you enter the market, don't focus on how far it's going to go. Try and take your initial out as soon as possible, depending on your risk level. So now that I understand like these cryptos, since like, for me, Ethereum, I entered around here somewhere, right? What was it? Yeah, around here somewhere, right? No, it was around here somewhere. Yeah, around here somewhere. So now that I understand the risks, I'm okay to hold all the way up to here. Do you see what I mean? I'm okay to hold because I know, okay, look, I'm going to see pumps, I'm going to see dumps. But as long as I don't go below my average buying cost, I'm okay. I can see a good future for this. So this is what's happened. So the reward was a good 4,500%. Got nothing to complain about. Do you know what I mean? So understand the market for what it is. Have your risk level. Obviously, you need to understand how far your risk is. Whoa, okay. Interesting. So the market is very bearish compared to what we're seeing. The data that we're getting right now is even Ethereum is actually bleeding out. So actually, let me go to my main chart, guys, the YouTube chart, because I believe this one would have better data for you. Yes, market is definitely bleeding out. Come on, we're on a downtrend. There's no denying this, guys. There's absolutely no denying that this is a downtrend and we are going down, right? BTC looks a little bit positive, but again, if you look carefully, look, we've just created another lower low. So even if this pumps in an hour or something, guys, that's another lower low. That's been creating lower lows. A few pumps, lower low, a few pumps, lower low. Let's see where it goes, you know what I mean? But of course, we need to be prepared. We were already prepared. A lot of the guys should be emotionally already prepared, understanding that this market is going to be dumping. And if I activate the drawings, you can see how, look, we pumped up, we went there, we were super excited, but what happened? We fell below again. So the only support zone we got is around this particular area, which is $3,910. If we fall below this, then there's nothing stopping us from going all the way down to here. And that's bear market. So yeah, I've been very bearish, but bearish in the sentiment, bullish because I'm going to buy a whole bunch of dips. Hope that kind of makes sense. Yeah, some lovely discounts here. What? This one's pumping? What the hell's wrong with this? Market's bleeding and Gala's pumping. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, this is the crazy market, right? This is where the market does these yo-yo things. You have no idea who's doing what. And we look at Woo. Woo pumping as well today. What the hell's wrong with the Woo? Everything else is bleeding. I mean, my favorite coin is bleeding. You know, my favorite coin fell below this line and it's just keep on going. It also even came all the way down here. Came all the way down to 41 cents and pumped up again, of course. But okay, looking a lot more bullish than everything else compared to everything else in the market. We've got a lower high here and then a higher low here, which is okay. How do you use the USDT coin to buy the dips and why? Okay. If I'm holding funds in exchanges, I don't hold USDT. Okay, I do not hold USDT. I actually hold USDC. USDT is the only coin that I do use in some exchanges, but that's because majority of the exchanges actually have a USDT pair, not a USDC pair. Does that make sense? USDT, USDC. So the biggest pair of exchanges and everything is USDT, but the safest one is USDC. Okay, biggest, safest. So I like to hold in the safest currently, and whenever I need to move between some exchanges, yes, I do use USDT. Now on the way up, whenever this market is moving up, right, so on the way up, and I've talked about this quite a few times actually on this channel, what I do, this is really, really crazy. I want to show you this, demonstrate this for you guys so you do understand what all of this means. So when I see bloody market, like market's red, completely dead, right, you know, it's just like, okay, this is it, this is doomsday, right? When I see doomsday scenario, when I see market bleeding and coming into these zones here, I usually start picking my coins. And once I've picked my coins, I just hodl, just chill, hodl. On the way out, right, so when I'm moving up, slowly moving up, I look for the coins with the biggest pumps. Understand where I'm coming from? So if I see a coin who does 50%, 60%, 70% pump, I know it's pumping hard, I start taking my initial out and I start putting it aside, right? That's all I do, I just put it aside. So I'm waiting for these coins to make me more and more money. Okay, so what I do, I collect as much as possible on the way up, all the way to the top if I could. And then what I'll do, I'll just wait. And I'm now going to start locking up my USDC or USDT into some sort of a pool, staking pool. That's what I do normally. So I'll put it into some sort of a pool. You can do exchange pools as well, a lot safer. And you start earning APY, anything from 5% all the way to 20, 30. Obviously, the higher the reward, higher the risk, right? So you start earning these APYs. So now you're locking it into USDC or USDT. The market bleeds out. You're earning interest while the market's bleeding. Okay? So this is like a low risk, no risk actually. So you start when the market's bleeding out, you're waiting for the market to come back to the bottom. And you do the whole cycle all over again. At the same time, you've got enough dollars up to here for you to buy any dip. Does that make sense to you? So I mentioned this a few days ago as well. I said, look guys, when BTC pumped from here to here, we did like, I don't know, 15, 1600%. I did about 1900%. I can demonstrate this for you as well, I believe. If I can. If the drawings don't activate. So I entered around here. Yes, I can. So here to the market high, for me, it was about 1870%. So it's almost 1900%, as you can see, right? So I'm quite happy with that, right? And then we've got obviously a situation where basically, you know, if someone bought it around here, got lucky and bought it around here, then all the way up to this level here, they did around 1600% currently, which is okay. You know what I mean? So 1600%, 1900%, it doesn't matter. But there are coins that have literally done thousands of percents. And actually, you're going to be shocked to hear this. My best performer, my best performer was this. I'm not even joking. This was actually my best performer. I'll show you this. One of my best performers, because I picked it up around here somewhere. Nope. Here. I picked it up around here. Sorry, I'm just looking for that thing. I picked it up around here and it pumped all the way up to there. This was my best performer, 11,470%. And I took my initial out. I took my initial out. It was hilarious. Waiting for the biggest discount possible. Exactly. Belgian says, how do you use USDC coin to buy the dips? Just go on an exchange and buy, bro. Just go on an exchange and buy the freaking dips. I know you're probably asking this question because you probably buy like with euros or USDT direct. It's okay, but you do pay a lot more fees. You did know that. I'm hoping you know that. You do pay a lot more fees. Sometimes just staying in the exchange is a lot better. Just easier. And also with USDT or USDC, remember one thing, they're decentralized in some form or a manner, which means you don't really need permission for you to move it from left to right? I see Skin and Bones got a free super chat to donate, bro. Still waiting for a bigger dip to buy. Patience. Not going to live, but I own 0 BTC. My brother, patience. You will own more than that. And thank you very much for the little tip. You are going to be owning BTC. There's one of our members, I think he didn't own any BTC. I think it was in February this year actually. So until then he never owned a BTC, and then he found my channel somehow, and he was asking me so many messages. I said come and join the groups and everything. Currently we talk to each other. He's actually got my phone number as well. And the brother started getting into BTC, and he got other people involved in BTC, and now he's got quite a significant amount of BTC, so he's done all right. Do you know what I mean? So this is the thing. It's like, yes, patience will reward you. If you are patient, you will be rewarded. If people think that this BTC is never going to come back down, well, you're wrong. BTC at least will come and tap this line. So if you want to pick up a BTC, you might want to, put your buy order around this 39k. But I would, if you want to definitely pick it up, be a little bit more friendly. So if it's 39k, flashing 39, 40k, put it around 41k. If you 100% want to get that, you want to snipe that, you do that. Of course, my advice would be split it in two. Have one here, have one here. So also have one around the 30k level. So you split your money and you say, okay, if I buy XYZ here, I can buy XYZ here because I'm going to get a lot more. So whatever percentage you're buying here, you literally get at least 50% more if you got it down here. Do you know what I mean? So you got to kind of balance it out a little bit and say, okay, am I going to dollar cost average down, or am I really, really patient that I can actually wait at that line? Do you know what I mean? Where is that difference going to go in? And when you do buy, what do? Don't look at your balance. You will be a super bull, and you will benefit a lot more. If you ever buy BTC or Ethereum, do not look at the balance. Okay, so because that's what really stresses people out, and I'm like, guys, these are normal. We see these dips all the time. The only ones that you do look at your balances, guys, and I'll tell you this, right? I'm going to be honest with you. If you ever are going to look at your balance, apart from BTC, Ethereum, okay, and maybe even USDT in this case, right, where you do not look at your balance because it's the same anyway, everything else you got to look at your balance, because they pump hard and they dump harder. They pump hard and they dump harder. So remember this, right? Those are the ones you look at your balance. Why? Because you want to take your initial out, 100%, 200%, 300. Gamble. It's okay. Listen, people gamble. I've gambled in the sense that I could have taken it out. Okay, this is a good one. We're pointing at it. Solana. I could have taken my Solana out. Could have taken my initial investment out anywhere here. Did I take my initial investment out? No. The reason I didn't, it wasn't because I was gambling or anything. I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you. It wasn't because I was gambling. I didn't take any out because it was such a small investment. My smallest investment, and this is not the first one, there's two of them. A very small investment, guys. Very, very small investment. Yeah, this is it. So I bought it exactly here. Funny, this is so funny. I bought it exactly here. So it was here. I was literally, I'm not joking. This is the price. And if I just go to current, then you can see 17,000% up. And I still haven't taken my initial out. Think about that. Actually, I did kind of sell a few recently. I sold a few recently because I had to pay some bills. But the point is, look, it was such a small investment. I didn't bother. I was like, do you know what, leave it. But I had so many coins and I did this much. I'm like, okay, I chill. I don't have to sell. It's okay. And I left it there. Do you know what I mean? So that was that. There was another one that I did really well as well. Obviously, I've told you Cardano. I mean, DOT. Yeah, look, DOT. I did fantastic in DOT. DOT was also down here somewhere. Look. And DOT, even today, I'm still up. What is this? Look, 1,200% up. Can you imagine this? So this is the kind of differences some of these coins have made, but I do observe these coins. And so there's DOT and there's Sol. Technically, Sol, I did take my initial, so I'll leave that. But DOT, I haven't taken my initial out yet. But again, the investment was so small, it doesn't make any difference. Imagine, this is so crazy. I actually know someone who bought £1,000 worth of Ethereum. £1,000 worth of Ethereum back here somewhere. Trying to find it. Where is it? No, I can't even see it. It was so low. They bought £1,000 worth of Ethereum. Can you imagine it? £1,000 worth of Ethereum. Very cheap, right? Somewhere somewhere around here. But if you just do the percentage where they are right now, they are up 77,000%. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. If he's taking his initial out, whoa. As soon as I get out of my messy trades, I'm just going to follow your strategy and stop chasing the 1000x coins. Everything said makes sense. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Listen, it's not 1000x's, of course. Look, I'm literally displaying these 77,000, 11,000, 15,000, 16,000. I'm displaying them, but the strategy is that, say you're looking at the higher risk coins, and this is all higher risk. I didn't know Solana was going to explode like this. I didn't know, of course I did know DOT is going to explode, but DOT hasn't even done what I'm expecting DOT to do. Can you imagine this? So the one I was bullish didn't do anything. The one that I wasn't bullish, this is DOT. I'm super bullish. I expect DOT to go to $200-300. It hasn't even done that yet. But the one I didn't expect to do that, the one I thought was going to go a little bit slower, just pumped. Can you imagine this? So yes, there are expectations for some, there are non-expectation for others. But again, it totally depends on how much you're investing. And I always say start off with 100, 500, maybe 1,000, depending on your budget. But don't go and bank your house on it. Don't play that risk. You can literally start trading with $1,000, make $200 profit. That's 20%. Crypto, we make that in a day. You can make 20%, leave that 20% in whatever currency, move off, go and have another one. You can now start accumulating many coins like this. Many coins. Think about that. A lot of coins. There's a lot of coins here where I've had so many people on this channel talk to me about this coin, that coin, and I've said, guys, we're coming to a bear market. Just wait. If there is a favorite coin, make a list, pick your coin, wait for it. It's coming. And if you still can't wait, then get in with the intention to be in it for 5 years. And I also say to people, guys, some of these horses, these Solanas and DOTs and Cardanos and all of these massive percentage, they've done it already. So don't expect that moonshot for these. don't expect that moonshot, you know, get in with low expectation, but you know you're going to be safer. And what we mean by safer is the fact that the biggest amount of monetary, money is invested in them. Like, BTC sitting at 910 billion, this one almost 500, this one almost 100 right now, 75, 80, whatever. But we know the top 10, top 20 coins, or even the top 100 for all I care, right? I can give it to the top 100, at least have $1 billion invested in them. Here, for example, they've come down a little bit, but just a point, like, we've got coins with at least $1 billion invested in them. That's good enough data for us to say, okay, there's $1 billion and they haven't rug pulled yet. Maybe they have something. Just follow the money. So that's how we keep it. Brian Robinson. VASF.tech. That's a great way of trying to shill something. Why don't you just come and say hi and just tell us what you want to talk about rather than dropping .tech in there? Oh my days. But other than that, guys, listen, I hope this stream was great. I hope everything you found here was valuable. Look, I'm just looking at the market for what it is. I'm seeing the data for where the data is, right? So, we're just looking at this market, we're looking at it and we're saying, okay, look, this is what the data is. In fact, I'm going to save this because this is very important data that I personally need later on, right? So this is brilliant data for us to observe, and we can see what direction the market really wants to go. And we can also see, when we're looking at these, shorter time frames, what kind of layers and levels we've already crossed. So I can assure you today, this has already broken this minor support zone and now is heading towards here, right? This is coming to that 43k. So your tolerance, your risk tolerance is very important. Can you handle this coming down to 43k or even below? Because look, this is what the support resistance cluster is showing me based on an algorithm. And this is what my human brain tells me based on what I see on the chart. And this is my drawing, and this is the cluster itself. And funnily, I'm actually sitting just on top of where the cluster also suggests. Look, I'm literally sitting on top of this. Right, so we do kind of have a similarity here. I mean, this one was just nailed it. This one just nailed it. It was bang on, right? So we can see these zones. So, yeah, just observe. But as I said, if you haven't gone in, depends on your patience level and everything, be cautious, but don't trade this right now, guys. My only advice, no financial advice, obviously you can do you, I can do me, but you are going to try and trade this, you are going to get wrecked. Everybody that's going to try it right now, you're just going to get wrecked. Everybody feels that it's going to go, it's going to move back up again. No, this is not doing this. This broke one of the biggest major trends that we've ever had, and that trend was here. It broke that trend. Look, it broke that trend exactly at this candle. Until we get above this one candle, we cannot change this direction. This is that one candle, this one zone here. Until we get above this, we cannot invalidate this pattern at all, right? So far, all we can see is we are coming to test this level here, and that's going to happen very, very soon. This area here will be tested. Good news is that when we do test this, we can possibly make a higher low down here, test this zone, come back, and actually push forward from here and hopefully shoot back up. Hopefully. This is the time you smoke some hopium. Alright, you smoke some hopium, go and light it up. But other than that, guys, like, share, subscribe. I hope this stream was valuable. I hope you found it helpful. Skin and Bone says 100% trend definitely broken. Exactly, my brother, that's what I've been saying as well. This trend was not sustainable at all. We were obviously observant. We looked at this, we said, okay, as long as we can hold that trend, we're good. But as soon as it broke that, it's over. That's the reason why on Discord I said specifically to everybody, I said, guys, if this thing goes 1 cent 1 penny below $54,000, I am exiting all my alts because I want to buy the dips. So yeah, awesome, my brother. So Skin and Bone says thanks for your info, definitely understanding the trends and charts a lot more. Yes, it's all about patterns. Once you understand the bigger patterns, right, and focus on, like, what time frame you're looking at the charts. I always say to people, say for example you have a trading session. Your trading session, you're looking at you're trading for 8 hours. Well, if you're trading for 8 hours, you should not be looking at any candle, right? What do you call this? Any candle over 8 hours, because that's your session. You want to know what's happening within that 8 hours. That means you don't look at 8-hour candle, you look at your 4-hourly, your 2-hourly, 1-hourly, 3-hourly, whatever, 10-15 minutes, whatever. Say you're trading, you want to trade a higher time frame, you want to trade the daily, then you look below the daily candles. Do you know what I mean? So that's the data contained within that time frame. You don't go above that. I've seen so many people look at the 10-minute, 15-minute charts, 30-minute chart, and get excited. I'm like, guys, are you actually trading this in an hour? If you're doing for an hour, yeah, the 30-minute, the 45-minute, 30-minute, the 15-minute, 5-minute, 1 minute, it's all relevant. But if you're not, you're missing the bigger picture. The bigger picture is a whole different thing, So for me, obviously, I look at the daily, but I focus more on the weekly, the 5-day, the 2 weeks. These are bigger data, so much power in these data. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the market with a whole different lens or goggles, you want to call, even though I don't have my glasses on me. When we're looking at weekly, we're looking at these weekly data. What it's showing us. Well, clearly, this last 2 weeks, we've been in 100% bear control. Fine. 2 weeks, what do we see? Bear control. So each candle is worth 2 weeks. When you look at, say for example, monthly, even do more than that. Actually, let's do monthly. Now here, look, for example, these are, this is beautiful. I'm gonna show you this. So these are green candles with red outside. That means that the bears have been in control since these 2 candles. So bears have been in control since November. This is 100% green, means the bulls were 100% in control. Look at this, bulls until this candle. So this 65k that we had, the bears were in control. So even though it was a green candle, even though we created the all-time high, the bears were in control. And we can see the evidence. When the bulls are in control, we can also see this evidence. So yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, for me, I do some crazy stuff, right? When I start looking at this stuff, right, especially, like, you can see my time frames that I like, my favorite ones. Like, I do look at 15 minutes when I need to zoom into stuff. This is usually for sniping, because I need to snipe something. I want to see the shortest time frame. Obviously, I want to look at the minute, 3 minute, or 5 minute. I want to look at the 15 minute to snipe that. If I'm doing a session in an 8 hour, then I like my hourly and I like my 4 hourly. So you can see I've starred those. These are my longer time frames, my daily, my weekly, my 2 week, my 1 month. These are the data I look at. Of course, I do look at 3 days and 5 days every now and then. But there are times when I do look at 2 months and I look at 3 months. Freaky, right? Look at this. We've been in a bearish range for the last 3 months. We haven't even broken this previous thing. Crazy, right? We need to get above this anyway. And I do look at 6 months. This is 6 months, and this 6 months gives me a beautiful pattern that I love the most. It tells me that how long a bull run has been for. So we know this run was for like a year, then it were down for 6, and then another one started and lasted 2 years. Here's one that bear market lasted 18 months, and then we had this massive bull run that lasted 2.5 years. Down for a year, up for 6 months, down for 6 months, up for a full 2 years. I love the 6 month candle. They're the best candles ever. Best candles. Albin says, I have a pattern cheat sheet on my wall. Albin says it does really help with analysis practice. Awesome, my brother. We're going to talk a little bit more about this stuff. Maybe you can share your cheat sheet and we'll see how it works. And if you are learning some stuff, awesome. Other than that, guys, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to waste my time. I think it's been very, very well. I'm not wasting my time. I feel that it's been a really good stream. I think you know, the community here is very strong, and we're definitely growing. We're growing stronger. There's a lot of awesome stuff coming. Channel's growing, by the way, guys. I have been looking at the channel analytics, and my god, this channel has been growing. What did I just do? I just lost my own YouTube thingy. What the hell? Where is it gone? Where's the dashboard gone? No. Hold on. Studio. Yeah, so the channel's been growing, as you can see here. We're currently sitting at 1,840 subscribers, and we're doing awesome, all thanks to you guys. Thank you very much for this. It's been absolutely awesome. I mean, the growth is just fantastic. Ash says, thank you for your amazing masterclass. Found it super informative and I learned a ton. Awesome, my brother. Anytime. Listen, when I have time, I mean, normally I don't stream this late on a Thursday or Wednesday. What is it? I don't know. I don't stream this late. I normally do a daytime stream. Only on Mondays I usually do a late one, and I'll do it long as takes. We did a record one the other day, 3 hours and 45 minutes. So those are the ones that I do the longest streams, usually on a Monday. But today's just a freak one. For some reason I'm at home, so I thought, okay, I'll just do this one for everybody, for the community. And of course I know a lot of community members right now are probably feeling uneasy, you know, what's going on, you know, because yes, the market is bloody, you know. If they haven't followed the information that we gave the other day, you know, and I said, look guys, the market is not bullish at all. By the time we find out, it's going to be down. Of course, a lot of people find this hard to comprehend or probably even disagree. Hold on, bro, you know, we've been moving out of a pattern, we've been doing this, we've been doing that. But for me, no, for me, it's just still bearish until we get above this neckline now, this 57k. You know, in fact, we had a video in November, the last day of November, and I said, guys, if today the market closes below a specific level, so we did a monthly one, and we said, look, if the entire market on a monthly closes below 57k, it was 57k, then expect it to be bloody. Go and see it, it's still there. It was the last day of November. I published a video and I said, guys, tonight is the day we decide. If we fall below, it's going to be bloodbath. Here we are. You know, so of course you got to decide, you got to make your mind up what you want to do when you do see a signal come like this, that yes guys, we're going in a bear market. I don't care how much people argue with me, we're going down. That's what it is. You know, I'm not going to try and make it all technical for you by showing you technical indicators. Oh look, we got this, we got that. Forget that. Just look at it. Just look at the market. It's telling you it's going down, right? So other than that, guys, I'm gonna go and get something to drink. Like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna catch you guys on another one very, very soon. So other than that, let's see what happens. Channel is pumping, no bear can stop it. Awesome. Thank you very much, Belgian. Awesome. Listen, stay positive. That's the most important thing. It doesn't matter. You know what, I'm excited whenever I see a red candle. I'm excited. I get to buy more BTC, right? So it's all about buying the dips, following the trend. Obviously, trend is your friend until the end. And right now, you know, we know the trend has slightly reversed, right? But ultimately, the overall global, the greater trend that we have, we're still bullish on the greater trend. We've been in an, you know, bull run since 2010, as far as I'm concerned, right? Other than that, like, share, subscribe, guys, and catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.